So a little change of plans. I mean, at least the next couple of days, we're not going to do any sprinting or any high impact jumping, or even Olympic lifts. Just trying to get this Achilles. It's feeling pretty good. I just did David Gray's, kind of doing his stuff for warm up and getting the foot, ankle, that type of stuff. His foot ankle program. So just want to get this Achilles tendinopathy feeling better. So we're gonna, at least for a few more days, maybe the whole week, no sprinting or high impact. I'll probably maybe do some more light tempos, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it's feeling. I know like high intense, especially the acceleration, that's where because it's that extension back where you're pushing and driving into the ground where the Achilles goes like that, and then there's some different plyos. I noticed it, and I notice it more when I'm wearing my cleats too, so that's probably an issue. And then kind of the surfaces too, so staying off the track for a little bit, staying off concrete, sprinting for a little bit, high impact jumps. So I'll probably do a little bit of extensive some extensive jumps, maybe some jump roping or some 5-minute bounces, Tommy John bounces. But we'll see. I'm not going to do any Olympic lifting either for a little bit here. So we'll see how it feels. Again, playing it by feel, how everything's feeling. It's feeling a lot better today. It hasn't been bad, but again, I just want to try and mitigate it and get everything back because they don't have any games in baseball during the week, so that helps. So we get kind of a full week of kind of a deload week. His body was kind of beat up and banged up, and the season's coming to an end here. So during the weekdays anyway, so we can kind of use this as kind of a deload. I don't like prescribed deloads necessarily, like you have to do one every 4th week like a lot of programs call for. Deload, take a step back when you need to, when your body's feeling, when you're sick, when you're going on vacation. Life just kind of throws at you these times when you need to do it. So we're going to do that today. And deload doesn't mean do nothing either. So you're going to do something. So like I said, I did some David Gray stuff to warm up. Simple lift today. We are just going to do heels elevated, the half field squat, safety bar squats. We're going to just go slow tempo. So not a huge heavy load, but a slower tempo, 3 seconds down, explode up. I'll do sets of 3 on that probably. Then we're going to go, stick with a single leg RDLs and ice hold split squats again, get a little bit more on that, the ankle, the calf, work on those. And what else do we have today? Oh, just the super kick, so the hips, get the hips all good and ready to go. So again, simple day today, pulling back a little bit, but still doing work. So this isn't gonna be like just going through the motions. Still train with intent, still getting the work done, training hard, but giving the body a little break from the high intensity, high impact stuff, just because the body is probably needing it. It's good. Just like just like in sports and baseball, you need time off from things like throwing. Like I need a little bit of time off from sprinting, just a little break to give the body a little refresh, reset. Then we build right back into it. So again, sports, you don't need to be playing one sport year round. That's not a good idea. You should be training year round, but with training, you adapt and you adjust. Like right now, I adjust. At times I'm going to be lifting more. At times, I'm like in the summers, I like to sprint more and jump more because I'm outside. In the winters, You can pull back a little bit or whatever, different times of year. Still training, but you adjust the volume, the amount, the exercises, those types of things, just like in sport. You're not going to play your sport, you shouldn't. I mean, it's a common thing nowadays where kids, especially baseball, because that's what I'm around the most, you see it. Play baseball in the spring and the summer, long year. Oh, let's jump right back into fall. Oh, let's play winter ball. You don't need to do that. Take some time, give your body some rest. Get in training where you're giving it different stimuluses. You're exposing your body to different movements and things like that. That's what most kids don't do. They specialize too early. They try to be positioned too early. They try to play one sport too early. Even if you do play one sport, take some time away from it and get in a training program. Go play on the playground. Go play a different sport. Pick up with your buddies. It doesn't have to be organized. A lot of the time the organized sports are the worst things because there's bad coaches and it's just all about a money grab. Force you to travel all over for crappy competition. Main thing is learning to listen to your body and figure out how your body reacts and adapts. And just because you got something nagging pain or injuries or something doesn't mean you can't train. So we're not going to go super heavy on these. Again, the slow eccentric. What is my spine movement? For our spine, we're going to stick with those kneeling, I don't know what to call them, spinal extensions over a ball. Help get a quad stretch too. Holy shnikes, tight today. like body's feeling beat up, still move it. Move it doesn't mean, again, with these, lighter load, slow the tempo down, give your muscles some tendons, joints, a little bit of time under tension, especially with squats and knees. Feel good doing that. With calves, tendon or Achilles, even like the slow lowering, slower eccentrics can help. Heavy load it, especially with tendons, you're gonna want to load it heavy. Isometrics are great. So, but body's just feeling banged up, still move it. Like I find even my body banged up, I need to move it. But if I just sit around and do nothing, like I didn't do a ton yesterday, walk, some mobility, yoga type stuff, feels better. If I would have just sat around, I would be stiff as a board. Like you find that you wake up in the morning, you're stiff. It's because you didn't do anything in your sleep, so your body's not moving. Like I find just taking total days off and doing nothing, those are the worst for me because it takes me that much longer just to get back into things and get moving again. So doing something, it doesn't have to be much. You could just going for a walk around the block, a couple of walks during the day, playing with the kids. Find something, some way to move your body, even if you are banged up, because that movement is medicine. Motion is lotion. It's the saying, I think. So get the body moving, move it around, do different things. Again, you can always do something. If you really need rest, that recovery, that's what sleep, that's what nutrition comes from. But movement is something, so you probably don't need full days off unless you're a freak elite athlete, which you probably aren't. If you're watching this, you're probably not. If you are, hey, let's work together. I could use some elite athletes to work with. But again, the high athletes, yeah, if you're playing a football game, maybe you're getting 1,000 hits each day, you're just ramming your head into another 250, 300 pound person. Yeah, you might need some days off to get, but even then they're getting treatment, they're going massages, things like that. So do what you need to do. Again, the main thing is learning to listen to your body and figuring out what works best for you. So I think we're gonna have one more set of these. Yeah, again, I don't like programming in. Let life dictate when you need to pull back, when you can go harder, when you pull back. But that's about knowing it. You got a big vacation coming up, great time to, there's your deload. You get sick in the winter, probably a good time to deload. But again, deload doesn't mean doing nothing. If you want to do nothing, that's your choice. Again, you go on vacation, maybe it's just walking around the beach or wherever you're at, hiking the mountains, that's your exercise. And again, that time away can help too. Just reset, refresh. But as far as just absolutely doing no movement, laying around, that's what most people do anyway. That's why we're full of fat, obese, lazy, disease-ridden. That's why our society is that, because no one does anything anyway. So, and they don't eat well, they don't sleep well. So we're gonna hit one more of these and we'll do our RDLs, our super kicks, and split squat holds, and then we'll get out of here. I think the Achilles flares up just because I think I've been doing too much sprinting this summer, along with baseball, playing on turf. The hard surfaces doesn't help, but that's just my fault for It's tough because I don't always know when I'm going to play in the games because I'm not a starter all the time. So it's hard to know when some days I'll play 3 games in a row and then I won't play for an entire weekend or whatnot. So, but again, that's my fault for not adjusting, not listening. But it's definitely getting better, which is good. And we'll be back in sprinting. Not in a few days, we'll incorporate it in. Maybe by next week we'll start again. Well, I guess I have to be by this weekend because we got playoffs start on Friday, so we'll see. Maybe Wednesday, or not Wednesday, change up my schedule a little bit too. Thursday would be my next lower body sprint day, so. Again, just play it by ear, adjust. As you feel, there is no set training plan. Training should be fluid. It's not linear. Load and stuff for like if you're deloading, like it's gonna depend. Everything depends on context, everything. Like I'm not necessarily deloading as far as the weight training. Yes, just gonna lighten the loads this week probably. Not gonna ramp up reps though, just because you have more reps, that's still more volume. Lows maybe a little bit tempo change, but the lower body, upper body's gonna be, even though probably not doing Olympic. It's more just getting rid of the high impact stuff right now for a few days and just seeing how I feel. The wrists take a beating from the Olympic lifts, so that'll help. So we'll probably still do plyo push-ups. Yeah, we'll probably, again, it's more just so the lower body, just the pounding the feet and the Achilles. I think the David Gray stuff is gonna help. Just rebuilding my feet. My feet suck. I had issues with my feet for a while. I don't know what it is. Something in the bone. Broken toes the last couple of years. Broken big toe, little toe. So just changing that up. So again, mine is more so pulling back on the high intensity, high impact lower body stuff because of the Achilles tendinopathy that I've had going on the last, I don't know, couple months, and I think a lot of it will go away once baseball season's done, which will be nice. So, yeah, just again, as far as like loads, yeah, you're probably gonna go lighter loads, maybe less total volume, so less reps a lot of times. Lighter loads, maybe go heavier, but cut back on sets. It's all gonna depend. So there's no specific one way to do it. It's about learning your body, listening to your body, and figuring out what works best and what works well for you. So again, for me, it's going to be just cutting back on the sprinting, the jumping, the plyos right now, and the Olympic lifts, and then we'll work that back in as our body's feeling a little fresher. Just a little bit of time away from that stuff, just to again change up in more of a reset, a refresh a little bit, and we'll jump right back and start building back up here. Let the body heal a bit.